Welcome back, guys. Today we are asking the question, what is Dungeons and Dragons Adventure League? Adventure League is a more regulated way of playing D&D, or as they put it, organized. To give an example, if you went to your buddy's house and you're level 1, and he gave you this awesome flaming axe of whatever, and it's phenomenal, it's fantastic, and then you go to your buddy's house, and he's DMing for you, and he looks at your sheet, he goes, whoa, that axe is way too strong for a level 1. Who gave this to you? Say, well, I was at my buddy Matt's house and he gave me this. And then he looks at it, he's like, no, you can't use this. This is way too strong. That's what Adventure League tries to take out. So in that scenario, that would be more of a homebrew scenario. So Adventure League is a little bit different. So with Adventure League, you can take your sheet to anyone, anywhere, and play. So the difference between Homebrew and Adventure League is this. Homebrew is whatever the design and the creation of the DM wants it to be. You're playing by his rules. He can give out hundreds of magical items to everybody all the time. Adventure League is only played through published works from Dungeons and Dragons. They can be called published modules, adventures, but they all come from D&D. With Homebrew, the DM makes up the world, the cities, the towns, the people, the monsters even. Adventure League, it all follows whatever books are published in stores and online. Now with Adventure League, the adventure is usually related to a published book that's broken up into smaller pieces. For example, the most recent one that I did was Treasures of the Broken Horde, which is a part of Storm King's Thunder. So it was 5 mini stories broken up into hour-long sessions for levels 1 and 2. So if you went to your local gaming store and wanted to play some Adventure League, you would probably play a couple of adventures. Each would be roughly an hour apiece. If you're playing one of the bigger published stories, then you would be playing more for an hour, but you would still get all your goodies during the game. In a homebrew session, you gain XP by killing monsters, completing quests, talking to NPCs, collecting all the treasure that you come across is yours, all the gold you come across is yours. Whatever the DM wants to give you is yours. You keep all that for yourself. In Adventure League, you are granted gold, XP, and downtime for roughly each hour that you play. You are restricted to the amount of magical items that you can have depending on your level, and that also stems from what tier you're in. Like 1 through 4 is its own tier block, and that makes up for how many each level you can have so many magical items on you at one time. But you can't go above that. So if you have a magic item and you can only have that one because of your level. You can only have one magic item at that time, and you find another one. Well, then you can go ahead and keep the one that you have or swap it out for this new one. Once you start to gain more levels, you can start getting more magical items and have, more available to you that you can have on hand. So with Homebrew, you can have, it's up to the DM's discretion of how much stuff you can have, how many magical items you can have. In AL, it's more organized. It's more of a format across the board for everyone. No matter where you go, if you have a character sheet, you're playing Adventure League in Texas, you go up to Nebraska, you bring your same character sheet, you can still play Adventure League up there as well with that same character sheet, no matter where you go. If you try to bring your Homebrew character sheet to a whole different DM in a different state, or even next door, there might be some issues. But Adventure League is made so that you can play it anywhere, anytime, D&D, all the time. Now, if you're interested in Adventure League, you can check with your local gaming store to see if they have an organizer there, and get a hold of him and see what tier tables are open, because, like I said, the levels and the adventures are broken up into different tiers. So you might have a tier 1 table, 2 tier 2 tables, and a tier 3 table. All different levels doing different things. Now, if you would like to run a private game, then all you need is a purchased adventure and some friends. And you can find the purchased adventures from your local stores, or you could go to dmsguild.com and get adventures from there. So I'm going to go ahead and post links for a lot of the Adventure League information, along with the player's handbook and the DM's guide for Adventure League. I think we are in Season 9 now since last September. So I'm going to go ahead and post those links all down below for you guys for frequently asked questions and stuff like that. So if that's it, if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you've already been running Adventure League, let me know how it's going. I haven't really had too much experience with it. I've played a little bit more Homebrew than I have at Adventure League. So let me know if you guys are playing and how it's working out for you. But that's it for me, and you guys have a good one.